All right. And we are here. We're actually only live on Instagram today because for whatever reason, we keep getting an error broadcast on Facebook. So we'll be recording this, our How to Stay Positive, well, lies recordings, call it what you may. And today we're going to focus on life is an illusion. We didn't get to do much of that last week. So here we are.
Here we go. I'm Samar Tehrani. I'm an addictionologist out of Virginia.
And I'm Anuschka I'm an empowerment health coach and energy healer in San Diego.
All right, so we started this last week and I was having internet issues and a lot of interruptions, but life is an illusion. So let's, what does that really mean? So obviously what we are focusing on is staying positive and, how do we maintain our happiness and how do we maintain, how do we really kind of understand gratitude and practice it in life, right? In the space of illusion. So, when we talk about life's an illusion, illusion means what? Things that, we make up, right? We make things up in our head and then it becomes an illusion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe necessarily not nor here or there, or it's something that we assume is going to do something, right? So in this case, it would be, why am I, not happy? Well, I'm not happy because I don't have that, dream car that I wanted, or I don't have, I did not accomplish what I wanted to accomplish professionally, or I didn't, I don't have that family that I wanted. And all of that is what I am, that's the illusion that I think, contributes to me being unhappy, right? In the mix of all of this, what we really kind of miss is we miss understanding that what essentially happiness is happiness is understanding and being aware and alert to what we already have. What is it that I already possess? What have I worked hard for to already, have in my life, right? Who is in my life that I share my time with that makes me happy, right? So sometimes it isn't the illusion that we think, that we thought these were the things, these measures were what I set, the scale of my happiness on. Because, when I'm so focused on that, I'm like literally missing my particular moment in time, this moment in time, right?
Oh, yep. The now, present moment. Mm-hmm.
Right. And that becomes the illusion, that becomes the chasing of the illusion, right? So, and it's really interesting because you can, we've all bought brand new cars, right? And we are so excited about our brand new car and the features or, all of that, right? And in all reality, it doesn't take but maybe a week or two before you get used to all of it.
And that's everything material. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anything monetary, anything materialistic, anything really outside of us, any person outside of us, right? We chase somebody because we think that this person is going to make us happy, right? And this is, of course, before you get to know them, before you know exactly who they are, as much as we can get to know who people are, right? And then they walk into your life and you're like, oh, I was not expecting that. Thank you very much,
Yeah, and just to add more to that, because yes, illusion is actually just created by the mind and it's a perception. So it doesn't matter what we see, hear, sense, all of it. There's a filter, and that filter is our mind. And then our mind is going to take that and it's going to perceive it in one way. It's one way of seeing something. And you have one way of seeing things. I have one way of seeing things. We all do. And that's the illusion of life. And I know Einstein's quote, right? He said, life is an illusion, but a very persistent one, or something like that, right? It's a very persistent one.
Focus.
Yeah, because that's exactly what we're doing every day of our lives. We're having these illusions based on the experiences we're having, the stories we create from our childhood even. it's all an illusion. And what's beautiful about illusions, they can be shifted like that when we choose to do so.
When we choose to do so. Sometimes the human mind is so beautiful in a sense that it does whatever it is you want it to do, right? So if it's this like one way,
a computer program, it's our like computer system.
That's exactly what Louise Hay says about, you know, the mind. And she says, you know, a computer is a great device if you know how to use it, and it's absolutely useless if you don't know how to use it, right?
Yep.
So, and it can be something that you do a lot of great things with, and it can be something that you do a lot of destructive things with, right? And so illusions are not always destructive. Illusions can also kind of lead us in, you know, and motivate us to get what we want, right?
Absolutely.
An illusion in this particular, you know, space that we're talking about, staying positive, how to maintain our happiness, how to recognize these things, right? The illusion is that, and certainly in these times that we're faced with right now, the illusion is I can't be happy because I can't be around my friends and my family. I can't be happy because I can't go to my office and work and see my patients, you know, face to face. You know, this like hanging out with this dog all day is driving me crazy. I can't, you know, rather than turning that around. So the illusion, right? So focusing on all of the things that, you know, I don't have access to at the moment, that in my head, the storyline is that if I have those things, this is my illusion, that is when I'm happy. That's when I'm balanced, right?
Yep.
So rather than that, you know, then how do we come out of that space is, you know, being grateful that I do have this crazy dog who, you know, keeps me company. He's a good companion. He makes me be in the moment because I have to attend to him. So I'm grateful. I'm so grateful for Toby, right? Yeah. I am so grateful that I have a type of a job that I can actually sit behind this, you know, box and work and still, you know, make an income. And it makes me happy. It gives me joy that I can still do that, right? So to bring our illusion, you know, into check, almost like take the blinders off and to bring it into check and say, why am I so focused on something that I don't have at the moment, right? And so incredibly focused rather than being focused on what I do have. What is it that I do have? What is it that, you know, what's around me that, you know, that helps me recognize the beauty of what is in my present moment, and then learning to use, you know, language of gratitude around it.
Absolutely. And then one of the other things is like, I've been watching this Brain Games on Disney Plus, which is awesome for any of you that have Disney Plus. Check it out. I love brain things. I love learning about the brain and how it works. And one of the things they talk about is magicians and those that do those illusions, right? So look at just how easily we can be tricked in a sense from an illusion because of like the way that the magician is having us see it, the perception of it, the way that he is having us look at something becomes an illusion, which then looks like magic. So we can actually create that for ourselves. And just like Samar is saying, creating that from a place of gratitude, creating that illusion of happiness, gratitude, love, and really just having our life be that based on what we do the magic trick on, right? It's like giving our own minds a magic trick.
Absolutely. So really, you know, then we go back to you. Literally, your mind is able and capable to do whatever it is that you give it direction to do, right?
Yep.
And I'm so happy you brought up the concept of a magician, because that's absolutely an illusion, right? And
it's what I think of when I think of illusion. I'm like, magicians.
Yeah, we're in awe of it. Like they do magic in front of us and we're just like, wow, that's magical. And we can certainly create that for ourselves
Yeah.
you know, Toby's really having, you know, this is his playtime. I apologize.
It's all good. You may hear a patchwork bark at one point, so
Yeah.
it's all good. We got the dogs.
So, so we can, you know, we can create that. And I just wanted to tell you, Anushka, that in the past week or about, I think it's like 9 days, I have started, so there was this practice that I started many, many years ago. And, you know, and it just as like such as life, you let it go, right? Toby, stop it. And I picked it back up again, and it was to dance for 15 minutes in the morning.
Oh, I love it. Yay.
Right?
Did you end up
So
seeing my dance video at all? I don't know if you saw
I
it.
loved it. I loved
Did you
it.
see?
And,
Oh,
know,
thanks.
I
Oh, yeah,
shared
you
it.
did. You did comment. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I commented and I shared it on my social media. And
Yeah,
and
dance is
then
amazing.
because you mentioned, you know, the Eastern dances and how energetically, like, the formation of the dance kind of connects you. I've been reading up on that as well. And you're right. I mean, there's a lot of connection to Eastern philosophy dance and energy.
Mhm.
So anyways, I wanted to tell you that. And I
Oh,
wanted
thank
to
you for
thank you
sharing that.
and be grateful to
Oh,
you, see, for like opening that door up for me again.
that's awesome. So, yeah, I notice what a difference it makes in my days when I do have that music going, even if it's for 5 minutes and just flowing. Excuse me.
Oh, bless you.
Flowing to it, right? And it's funny because, like, talking about illusions, I was watching a dance movie. I love watching dance movies. And they kept mentioning, like, get out your head, be in the present moment. Don't think about it. And so that's really when life is, and when we're constantly thinking about life and we're like over analyzing and all these things, we're not able to just be alive in the moment.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. So hopefully this was, you know, just to kind of wrap up what we, you know, talked about. True happiness is really us recognizing what it is that I have right in front of me. What are my possessions in life at this particular moment, and being grateful for them, right? Like, what do I have? Who do I have around me? What is it that, you know, that, like, making that meal, like the fact that I have a fridge full of food that I can make healthy
Clean
meals for
air. It's
myself.
like
Yeah,
even just clean air, clean water. I mean, these are things to be grateful for, because
that's,
there are those that don't have that. And
that's
so
right.
it's like there's always something you can find that you can be grateful for. And then you get to a place where you can feel gratitude so much that it'll have you burst out in tears. And that happens to me regularly now, and I never knew what it meant to feel gratitude. Once you get there, though, it's like a whole nother level. And the more you're grateful for, the more things come to you to be grateful for.
Okay. That's beautiful.
So thank you all for joining us on Instagram Live, and for those that watch this down the road on Facebook, since Facebook didn't want to let us broadcast.
Crazy reason, but there's a will, there's a way, right?
Yes, well, yeah, exactly. Till next week. Bye.
Bye.